Josh, fantastic result. Big game today. How are your thoughts on that performance?
I don't know. It was a bit of a. I didn't think we were amazing. I think 5-2's flattered us a little bit. I'm not sure, to be honest with you. I think the result has flattered us. The performance wasn't quite there. Obviously, I'm happy with the 3 points. Happy that we're on 6 points unbeaten. But from a manager's point of view, definitely wasn't as good as last week.
Of course, last week 3-0 up at half time as well. Do you think maybe your team switched off in that second half a little bit?
I think
the tempo down?
Yeah, I think it's complacency. We've done it last week. We've done it this week. You know, we're 3-0 up at half time, and I think in some of them we've won it. And it's not the case in this league. It's not the case in any league. It's not the case in football. I think it's a bit of complacency. I wouldn't say we necessarily switched off because we were still getting forward okay. I just think we took our foot off the gas a little bit. I said to them before the game, 100% all game, no matter what. You know, in that first half, we're probably 75%. And you saw at the end of the game when we started to pass around them, play through them. That's what I wanted. That's what I'm wanting from my team, and it was difficult because we didn't do that in the first half, but yet we're 3-0 up, and I'd say it's highly unjust because I don't think we deserved it. But yeah.
Of course, it was a great start to the match. Kyle Sutton, 14 seconds. What were your thoughts on his performance today? I thought it was fantastic.
Kyle was fantastic. Kyle was unbelievable. The one thing about Kyle is he doesn't stop running, doesn't stop. He absolutely loves playing football, and he'll just graft. And I think today, 2 goals have come from him just grafting. He could have had a hat-trick. His own goal in the end, but definitely could have had a hat-trick.
Absolutely. And obviously, good start to the season, 6 points, as you say. What are your hopes for the rest of the season coming forward? Obviously, in a good run of form.
Yeah, just keep going. We're not going to... we have our end goal, which is obviously to push for the title. But to be honest with you, I'm trying to keep us just every game at the time. Last week obviously it was the first game of the season. We're sort of sussing out each other. This week, against a team that we're very familiar with, we know the lads. So I'll be honest, next week will be a really big test. We've got Teesside away next week. So that'll be a really big test of sort of our character as a team. It's a long old drive.
Yeah. Of course, it's a bit more difficult maybe sometimes when you're playing against a team you're more familiar with. Do you think that had an effect on today?
I think you saw it second half where probably both me and Ant have kind of gone to each other and gone to each other's teams and gone, why are you playing like it's a friendly? I think that was a big thing. And I think that showed in the second half with some of the challenges, some of the things that were being said, which obviously I don't agree with. But yeah, I think first half it definitely felt a lot more like a friendly. It felt a lot more like both teams were sort of 50%, 75% pushing. And then by the end of the game, obviously the game's more or less gone, which is why we've conceded the 2 goals from bad mistakes and switching off, basically. And they've gone and scored, and we've also gone and scored as soon as they've scored. So it's one of those games where you're sort of looking at it and going, first 45 minutes looked like a friendly. Then you had a middle 20-30 minutes where it's like it's a good game of football, but it's a battle. Yeah. And that's what we expected coming into the game. And then you have the last 15 where everybody's slowed down, everybody's taking the foot off.
Right, well, thank you, Josh. 5-star performance there. 3 points on the board.
Cheers.
At least.
Cheers, guys. Thank you very much.
Cheers.
Nice one. Thanks, Ron. Cheers, guys. Cheers, guys.